Nearly forgot the microphone. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Anna, if you are still around. If you are not, I hope you slept well. And hello to everybody else. How's everything going today? Hope it's all going very well for you. It's Wabbit season. Sorry, I can't resist quoting. Actually, it's Daffy Duck, isn't it? I was going to say Bugs Bunny, but that's actually Daffy Duck. So yeah, we're heading off, hopefully, after hares, because I seem to have found a patch of them. I have some traps and some carrots, and we'll see if we can capture a source of meat and fur. Should be interesting. Yeah, so let's be about this. Not quite the position I was in last time. I had to pop into the game to take a screenshot. So, yeah, Wabbits over there. I hope I remembered to mark them. Hares over here. Yay. I even called them hares, not rabbits. What time of day is it? Wow, it's early in the morning. Let's see, what do I need? I think I'm actually pretty much prepared for it. I have... Oh. Well, let's eat what we have on us. I'm going to start needing turnips and carrots if I do manage to catch some wabbits. Did I not pick it? Oh, I did get some seeds. Didn't get any grain though. Probably harvested it slightly too early. That was silly of me. And these are all up. Let's do a quick plant and then we'll head out. And we have our growing chicken population. And let's see. Well, this is spelt. And I'm trying to remember what they need. Right. Time is flying. Did I put feeding troughs down? I did. Okay, dokie then. Yes. I think that's probably excessive amount of carrots there. Let's grab some food. Can I put my bowls away? Oh, it's probably in one of my other bags. And where did I put my bread? Oh, it's back downstairs. I'm dithering! Just for a change. Could have sworn I put some bread in. Yeah, I did. That should keep me alive. Alright, let's go and see if I can survive this little trip without running into anything too toothy and unpleasant. Where am I headed? I am headed that way, I think. Yes. Somehow I don't think in reality you'd end up taking a shortcut across the lake by swimming in it. Of course, the problem is that they will run like, well, hares, I suppose. And let's see. Oh, look. I actually need that. Yes, we have rabbits. Look. So, let's see what happens. If we're very lucky, maybe it'll attract them. Can't even see my own rabbit traps now. Simplest thing to do would be, yeah, there we go. Come on, Wabbits. Funnily enough, I think that's the... Normally I see them running away at high speed. Hopefully that will entice them in. Or not. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I scared them out of range. I'm being impatient. I could probably just go off and try and remember where they are and come back. Let's see if we can't herd them back in this general direction. Probably going to find that they went too far this way. Oh, they did. They went over there. Where did I put my traps? They go. Hello, Wabbits. Oh, there they are. Over there. Well, there's one of them at any rate, yes. So... I don't know what the attraction range is. Hi, Tony. How you doing? Try and remember that the traps are directly behind me while I have a quick look over here. Should have brought a prospecting pick with me again, but I forgot. And that's just granite, isn't it? Yep. We are trying to capture hares, so that I get access to... Well, actually what I really want is the leather that I can make from them. I'm not sure it's necessarily the most effective way of making the leather, but one can hope. Ah, oh, look at this. I have wabbits. I've got wabbits. I think. Frightened. Yes! I've got rabbits. Okay, so let's see. Wabbits. I'm going to call them wabbits. I don't care. I know they're not, but I've got wabbits. I've got two of them. I have a male and a female, which means let rabbit pie commence. I mean, breeding commence. And congratulations on the haircut. Has to be said, this was significantly simpler than I expected. I thought it would be harder than this. Let's go grab some turnips and carrots for our captive animals. Actually, there is one thing I want to try, and I can't remember if I saw it or not. And that is... that's thatch. I think... I'm not sure if you can actually feed them, or whether the dried grass works as rabbit food. I got a suspicion it doesn't. I think hay might, but... well, my day's only been going since about 1:30 a.m. I don't know if that answers your question. Let's see whether this works. No, it doesn't. That's fine. I didn't expect it to, but we can give them a mixture. Yes, it is very early morning. Okay, now we shall see. So, let's see if I can remember how to do this. It is Control 3. Yes. And Control 4. There we go. We have rabbits. Let's hope they breed like, well, you know, rabbits. And that gets me my storage back, and we find out eventually whether all that worked. Because that's all the pelts I've got. I've got no idea how long it takes for this lot to start breeding. Hopefully soon. How are you lot doing? You're still there? . boy, you're going through your food at a fair old rate. Now, that one, if it turns out to be a rooster, I can kill. Because I don't think I need multiple roosters. But my goodness, they go through food in a hurry. Yep, I've got to fill them with food again. And what I should do... Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's irritating. Still, when that's done, we can have, hopefully, enough. Well, I could put more hen boxes in. Which is the whole point. Oh, whoa. I've got a suspicion I'm going to be ending up composting a lot of this stuff. Which may not be a bad thing, now I think about it. Pretty certain you can compost berries. I'll find out. This is one way. If this gets me compost, this was worthwhile doing. Even though the implied waste is slightly disturbing. Well, that looks neater. That's quite a bit of fruit. Hang on, I'm just going to check. I'm pretty certain I can compost fruit. Compost. Okay. Yes, I can. That's pretty good. That's pretty much what I want. Actually, if the fruit composts faster than the turnips, I don't need... Yeah. We'll just wait for the fruit to rot. on. Let's see if we can find a faster way of... Yeah, fresh for a day. Fresh for 2 days. That is... Yep. Oh, that's weird. What we've got to do is find a way to rot our fruit somewhat more quickly. What's going to be a good way to do that? If I store the fruit up here rather than down there, will that speed things along? I think that's worth a try. I will have a special... Let's have it outside. A couple of storage jars. Actually, do I need storage jars? I might not. Let's try just sticking it in. One of those barrels will take, I think, 64. So let's just stick it outside and see what happens, huh? Okay, let's actually try and get our most nearly rotten stuff. That. And... Okay, let's grab those. Let's consolidate. Fresh for 19 hours. That works for me. Yeah. Let's try composting those. So feels like an awful waste, but if it gets me compost, it's worth doing. Okay, so let's see. I can't seal it, but well, that's interesting. That shows stuff in it, and that doesn't. Perishable. 10 hours. All right. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Forgot about my white currants. So... Now, I suppose in principle, it might not be a bad idea if I try and find some more rabbits. Chickens obviously don't seem to be a problem. I don't know how fast the rabbits breed. Let's try and find out and see whether animal husbandry. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so in order to aim wax and honey, you'll need to build skeps into which wild bees like to swarm. Be sure to place some flyers around. You can move a populated skep inside a free backpack slot. Okay. how do you actually get them? This is going to be the question. I mean, it kind of implies that if I have... do I need to put them near bees to collect them? Or if I just put them out somewhere, will they... So, for example, if I put some beehives out here, will bees arrive naturally? I've never actually seen a bee in the game, so I don't know how that works. So I can... You see, we have grasshoppers here. Hello, grasshoppers. Do we have... Am I going to have to cheat? I mean, heavens forfend that I actually cheat. Now, how fast the rabbits breed will dictate, to some extent, how fast I can make leather and whether that leather is sufficient in size to make useful stuff with. I need fire clay, don't I? That's easy enough to make. Why am I pushing my luck going over here? I think I'm going to have to cheat in a constructive fashion. So to speak. Ah! Oops. Oh. No. Hello, Wabbits. Hares. I don't care. They're Wabbits. Alright, let's have a little look and see what... You know, I nearly typed in Warframe catching bees. No, vintage story. Vintage story catching bees. No, okay. Place a crafted skep near a wild hive. Locate a hive. Ah, okay. Bees only transfer in well conditions. Often near maples. Listen for buzzing. Check tree tops or inside tree trunks, often near maples. Well, I have maple. I don't suppose they mean maples you planted yourself, do they? So I do actually have to find wild bees somewhere. And I should apparently hear the buzzing sound. I'm going to hazard a guess and say they don't spawn in artificial trees. I know these aren't artificial trees, but you know what I mean. So I do need, actually I do have a need for honey and beeswax. Beeswax can replace fat for some things, like making potted meats. Excuse me a moment. Oh, excuse me. Prospecting pick. Make sure I have a prospecting pick. And the other thing actually I should do is I should make skeps. Okay, we will make some skeps so that I've got them. A skep is fire clay, and fire clay is calcined flint and clay, and I need cattails. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. I think it's like this. I think that's actually enough. Empty reed scap. Okay. Fill that up. And like this. Okay then, I got a couple. Useful to have. Don't need a lot of fire clay, fortunately. I don't know what an appropriate amount of oops, I forgot. Fire clay is. That's probably more than enough. And ooh, let's check and see whether our barrel rotted already. Fresh for 7 hours. Fresh for 2 days. Okay. See how that works out. Ooh, progress. It feels wrong deliberately using berries to that's my prospecting pick. It does feel kind of wrong using berries to deliberately rot them so that I can make compost. Maybe I'm being overly something or other. So, beehives. Where am I going to put beehives? I need bulrushes. Cattails, sorry. Cattails, I meant cattails. So next time we head out, especially if I head near that marble deposit, good idea to check for iron. I kind of, it's funny. I haven't been in the mine since winter, and a little part of me is thinking, you know what? Save up mining for winter, and during the summer do the whole farming thing. Because I have spent a substantial amount of time farming. How far away do I have to be to see them calm down? Oh, yep, they are calming down. Right. So, acting under the assumption that I will be able to find wild bees. Actually, can I remove? Delete. Okay. And I can delete that. And what's that? Copper. Yeah, that's useful to know. And this is more copper. That is... What's that? Ah, I don't need that anymore. Hurry up and breed, little rabbits. Daddy wants his rapid pie. I'm gonna have to see if I can make rabbit pie. So, well, just for a change, I think. Actually, I need to start thinking about... Let's have a little look. Okay, armor. They probably misspell armor, don't they? Chain body armor. Okay, so it is made by a body leather jerkin surrounded by copper chain. And a body leather jerkin is... Huh, okay, a lot of leather. Now, here's the issue. Can I use small hides to make leather? It appears it is trying to say that I cannot. Which is irritating and not entirely rational, because you can, of course, make leather. That's... I had a horrible suspicion this was going to be the case. That says medium. I'm going to try anyway, if and when I can get small leather items. But I got a suspicion it's going to need that. You can, obviously, in reality, make leather out of rabbit skin, but let's see, what can we make out of pelt? Small pelt. Ingredient 4. You can cure it into oiled hide. You can make hunter backpacks. Oh, you can apparently make body lamella out of it. Oh. Oh, you can. Okay. And that is pelt small. Alright. Okay, that is worth knowing. Ingredient for body lamella. And that is... yeah. Okay. Made by curing. And that is fat and rawhide. Mm. I don't know that I can get fat from. Lump of fat. Deer, goat, pig, moose, bighorn, sheep, gazelle, raccoon, black bear, brown bear, sun bear, panda, polar bear, wolf, fox. Hmm. Trapped. I'm going to start grumbling a bit. Wow. Days sure are. Oh, still. Okay. I'm going to cheat my way through the night, I think. That's going to become compost. Hopefully. Back to the daily grind. You're still growing. It is fortunate that root vegetables grow quite quickly. I'm going to need them. One thing I could use finding is salt. Feeding those blasted chickens is taking up quite a lot of my resources. Quite quickly. You had better be worth it. Let's see. Are you eating? Yes. You are. It's pregnant. Wow, you didn't waste any time. Got a pregnant rabbit. Wow. These are growing really quite quickly. Growth stunted due to heat. Is there a way of protecting is there a way of protecting crops from heat? That would be useful. I'm not quite sure how you would do it. At least I'm not having to do what I was doing last year in the game. Alright, so let's go after... Let's see. Where's my scythe gone? Anybody seen a scythe lately? Oops. There we go. So, let's see if we can find any bees without getting myself killed. Question kind of is, will I even be able to hear? Apparently they buzz. And the reason I'm looking around at maple is the expression used was especially maple. I am kind of tempted to head back to where we were digging out the marble and doing a quick prospect to see whether there's anything there. Whoops. That could have been slightly embarrassing. And the hope is that as I go across country and don't get myself eaten, I will run across wild bees. Now there's marble. If this was the long dark, I wouldn't want to go into this cave. Not sure I want to now, but I'll tell you what we'll do is... let's give ourselves a little bit of... Cassiterite, cinnabar, hematite. Now, hematite is useful because that is iron ore. Which means there might be some nearby. Assuming. And it should show up. Look at that. Hematite. Cinnabar? Isn't that what mercury comes from? Let's see. Hematites. Hematite. Yep. That is iron. Let's see what they say about cinnabar. I think cinnabar. Yeah, cinnabar. Crushed. Pulverized into crushed cinnabar. Oh. They don't mention. I'm pretty certain cinnabar is actually cinnabar. Yeah, mercury sulfide. Used as a pigment. Yeah. Okay. So. I don't suppose. No. So we have some evidence of hematite in this area, which is good to know. Can I get up again? Nope, I don't have any blocks. I'm not going to risk that. Ah! I did not want to do that. Oh well, seeing as I'm here. All right, that would tend to imply that there is hematite somewhere around here, which is quite nice. Ooh. Quartz and sandstone. And I just need to get out of here without the benefit of blocks. Okay, that should be straightforward enough. Remind me to make a new pickaxe. Okay, so this area, at least in principle, has possibility of hematite. Well, iron. Which would be nice. Where's my... Oh, I'm getting the wrong way, sort of. Never mind. Almost forgot to eat. I'm guessing this is mostly going to be pine around here. Simply because it's poor quality soil, which would favor pines rather than maples. Be a good area if I want to come looking for sap, or resin, I should say. Oh boy, that scared me. Oh! Raccoons! Where'd you go, raccoons? I'm a terrible person. That's a chicken! I don't need you. You're lucky. You got no idea how lucky you are that I don't actually need you. Oh, I'm a terrible person. I'm killing random iron. Look at that. That is, in fact... Yep, leaking log with resin. That is a very useful thing to have. And unfortunately... it is necessary for some things. I can't remember what it's necessary for, but you do need it. I've got a suspicion I might actually have had oh, I did have resin at one point. I don't have to cut the whole thing down. That is actually good. Now here's the question for you. Does resin respawn? I don't know. What we're going to do is mark where we are and say put resin on the list. And we can come back and check. In principle, it should. In practice, I don't know. I mean, in principle, I should be able to make resin just by damaging a pine log and harvesting it that way. But I don't suppose it's going to allow me to do that. What's that? That is native copper. Okay. There's a little part of my brain that is going, you're carrying raw meat around with you. Hello, Foxy. Come here. But that kind of thing is unfortunately useful to have. Particularly for those small pelts. But I can make, in principle, armor out of it. And right now, raccoons and foxes are my easiest, most accessible sources of fat, followed by wolves and pigs. Well, obviously bear, but I'm not in a position to go hunting for bear. And I do want to see what happens if I put small small leather into lime water and then scrape it down. I don't know what will happen. I want to find out. The handbook didn't say anything helpful on the subject, so we'll see. Oh, I got some. That's useful. Where did I? Oh yeah, I know. Where did I get that from? Where's my lime water? Is that all the lime water I have? I thought I had more out here. No. Look, look. Ah, oh. I need 64, I think. That's nothing in there. That is strong tannin. That is... Yep. Okay, that is good to know, so I can start accumulating the rot that I'm going to put in there, seal it off. So I've got some carefully preserved rot around here somewhere. Yeah. Yes, I can do that. Alright, so let's have a wee look, see if... No. How much lime water do I need to try this? Where's my lime? Where did I put my lime? Okay, I'll find that out in a second. Alright, I'll be right back. I've actually got to take a brief break. And I'll be back in a moment. Well, a couple of minutes. Right. Sorry about that. What time is it in the day? Oh, let's go and grab some more cattails while I think about it. Oh. If anybody's interested, I believe there are how-to videos on getting starch from things like this. If you ever want to try living like a hunter-gatherer in winter. Not sure I necessarily recommend you want to try that. So, I just realized, I say just realized, there is another advantage to bronze armor, which I don't suppose is in the game, over iron armor. That is, doesn't rust as quickly. In fact, I think we have examples of bronze armor going back quite a considerable time. But, I don't think we have a single example, for example, of Roman iron/steel armor. Because of the rusting problem. Having said that, there may be. I just said that and I thought, wait a minute, how about, not sure, there's a massive something which may be an example of mail, but yeah, things like mail don't preserve very well because of yeah, it rusts like crazy. I don't know if you can make, or if anybody made mail out of bronze. I suppose there's no technical reason why you couldn't, but I'm not aware of people doing that. I think there is bronze scale armor and lamellar. And plate, of course. Certainly got flowers around here. Oh. My torches have all died. Hey, Pseudo! How you doing? Yeah, I'll feed you in a moment, as soon as I get some torches lit. Right, food. Yeah, I thought that would shut you up. I need to make a new knife at some point. Okay, so I need a pickaxe and a knife. And where's my Bulk's hammer? I need to put stuff away too. Alright, let's try and put some stuff away. Those I can replant. Where's my feathers? I do actually have feathers somewhere. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Because I brutally murdered a chicken, because I'm that kind of person, apparently. And yeah, more stuff to try and figure out. Resin, fat. I'll plant those. Oh, I can probably make some space there. Oh, I just realized I can stash some stuff in here. If I had salt, I would make... Alright, so much to do, so little time. Let's just stash away the... Why am I carrying a shovel? Oh, I'm not. Of course I was carrying a shovel. Put that down. We need to melt some bronze. That'll be good for a few days, if nothing else. Not very long, but still. Right, let's try and do something with bronze. Which will involve... So I need... Yeah, okay. Let's see. Contains solidified bismuth bronze. $100 units, which would be fine. Good start. Yep. So what are you up to today, Pseudo? I haven't checked. Have you been back in Warframe lately? Because I am in the process of catching up with you. At least in terms of level. I've got a whole bunch of weapons. I leveled up Valkyr Prime yesterday. And one or two, I can't remember exactly how many weapons. And today I will be leveling up Styanax. And tomorrow... I'll be doing leveling up Trinity. Alright, let's make a bit more bronze, seeing as I'm in the process. I need copper and let's see, zinc and bismuth. Is that the last of my bismuth? Hang on. It is. Have I run out of bismuth? I have. Oh, that's where I put my lime. Right, let's see if I've got enough for one more. For whatever reason, they have decided that. Okay, now I've got to try and remember what the components are. Let's see. It was 14, wasn't it? So I need 28, I think. I think it's 28 of that. And can't remember. There we go. That's it. And I want 200 units because I've got 2 molds over here. So while I'm at it, I might as well. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with a decent quote for ranking for tonight's Warframe session, because Styanax is this sort of Spartan themed Warframe, so I've got to come up with something suitable for that, haven't I? Push come to, I have a horrible suspicion I'm simply going to say Warframe, this is Sparta, exclamation mark. This is the boring bit. Yay. Let's go cast some ingots. And I need to... yeah, knife. I do need a knife. I almost hate to... oh, I thought I had more than that. What time of day is it? Oh yeah, loads of time. Gonna need a hammer. Now, why is it I can make a bone-handled flint knife, but I can't make a bone-handled bronze knife? At least I'm pretty certain I can't make a bone-handled bronze knife. Yeah, because of course I can't. Right. Spare knife. And it is 4 a.m. in the morning, which means it's actually light outside. And we have a spare pickaxe. There we go. Spare knife, spare pickaxe. I have a prospecting pick on me. Yay. And I need to start thinking about that. This is going to be compost eventually. This is in the process of composting in a couple of days. What is this? This is still soaking. Once this is done, I put that in here. And this was a mistake. All right, let's see if we have any eggs. I don't. And you've gone through all your food. Because of course. And we have more chicks. One, two. Oh boy. Have I? Only got 2 chicks? Only got 2 chicks out of you? Okay, well, let's feed you. What do you want to bet? One of the chicks glitched. Oh well. Hello, rabbits. I know they're hares. I'm going to keep making that mistake until it is deliberate. Let's feed the chickens. Wow. I am actually running out of grain. That's spelt. Okay, that would be my next choice. Oh. Why am I carrying that? At this point, I'm going to have to go hunting for seeds just so that I can feed the chickens. Have you left anything over here? No, you've eaten the lot. My goodness. Oh no, there is another chicken. Chick. kind of curious to see how fast these two go through food. Okay. Alright. You've still got some left. Brown hare. Alright, you'll be good for a bit, I hope. Actually, I should consider making a fruit press. Because you can feed the pulped fruit to the chickens. It's still growing. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. Maybe make it into the greenhouse. Something else I've got to do. Making a greenhouse. I don't know how much glass I need for that, but I should do it. Let's see. Where's my carrots? Wow, you are all full. Ah, and I've already got mature turnips. Ah, goodness me. This is onions. These use phosphorus. And that uses potassium. Where's my other carrots? The idea was that these are using potassium. These crops here are all using nitrogen. But then I ran out of space, so these are using nitrogen and these are using phosphorus. So, so turnips, are these all turnips? Turnips and rye. I need more seeds. Yeah, look at this. These have grown really quickly. Are these all mature? They are. Oh, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Kind of wondering what to do with these. I might save the seeds. Because... yeah. All right, let's go and I did feed them. Let's top up the rabbits. It is profoundly irritating to keep having to do that, it has to be said. Now, let's see. Let's grab our turnips. Problem, I don't know. Let's see if I've actually got... I can't remember if I've got a source of nitrogen or fertilizer. Oh look, that new generation of chickens lets me get a bit closer before they panic. Saltpeter in principle? Yeah, nitrogen and potassium. That's what I thought. That's useful, actually. So what I think I'm going to do is grab the saltpeter, fertilize the ground. Seeing as crop rotation kind of went out the window because I don't have a large enough farm. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, fertilize. Here we go. I can do that. It's not a great solution, it has to be said. But it will replenish the nitrogen that they're using. At least temporary as a fix. So, yeah. And these are using up potassium. I may just have to resort to fertilizer for these things. Oh, when did I pick up 7 more turnip seeds? Hope you like turnips, rabbits. You're going to be eating a lot of them. Oh, I've used up. Have I used up all my saltpeter already? I thought I had a bunch more. It's disturbing. I just swore. Did I accidentally put it away somewhere? A hunt for saltpeter. Oh, I did. There we go. And this is why I need compost. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to think about... Where's my lime gone? Nope. Where's my lime? I want to try an experiment. I can just find my lime, which I think was downstairs. Why would I put it downstairs? Yeah. So here's my... So if I put that in there, pick up a bucket. I cannot remember how. It will blast you. I ran into this problem yesterday, did I not? Oh, I remember the problem. It's all... Oh, that was stupid. Right, let's try that again. Much of it is as much the angle. Oops. Hang on, what have I done? Oh, I've got 2 liters of light water in there. Alright. So if I do... Oh. I can't just add to it. Oh. Alright, let's grab another. I cannot remember. This was awfully fiddly yesterday. Yeah, I must be doing something wrong. Gotta be a better way of doing it than this. Yeah. Um. So the thinking is, and this is, yeah, this is pure guesswork and almost certainly won't work. Can I actually use the small hides for leather? Oops. There we go. Oh, I can. Oh, I can do that. All right, let's try that. That was one of the things, because the instructions were not particularly clear that you could use the small rawhide for leather. But that now seems to say you can, which is very handy to know. And then this is almost done. That's rotting nicely. That's going to be my compost. Then I got to put that into there. And if it sounds like I'm winding things down, it's because I am. That's my pregnant hare. That's their father. I hope. And that is going to be, at this rate, my source of small hide. And hopefully leather. So I can make leathery things like armor, which I want. So... oh, what a bucolic little scene. I'm actually slightly surprised that I made that progress today. I'm not sure I was expecting... I didn't think catching the hares would prove to be that easy. I thought I'd have all kinds of other problems or it would take a while, but nope, I got lucky. And we got a male and a female, which means, yay, progress. What I'm going to do now is find more easy ways of setting up the lime water, but if that's the price. So this is now rapidly filling up. And the whole idea of crop rotation kind of went out of the window because I got too many crops. So I've resorted to fertilizer over there. What I might do, given I am now running out, if you can believe it, of grain. So I need to actually go out and forage for grain. Which I may well fill this with and try and balance everything so that I can get some degree of growth, because these chickens go through grain like nobody's business. And it is June. It's nearly July, and strangely that means winter is coming. I know it's only July, but winter is nonetheless coming. Now, come winter, if I don't have a sufficient surplus I won't feed these until spring. In principle, they won't starve to death. Hello, what are those? Is that just dust? I want to find bees for wax. Oh, grief. I have so much I need to do. I really ought to look at putting a proper roof on that. That's my charcoal pit. Ah, the decorative things are just going to have to wait until I'm got more time. So I will be back in a couple of hours with the long dark. Yesterday's long dark session, unfortunately, got interrupted by a delivery of a washing machine. We took a sort of first look, if you like, at Wintermute. It's so far pretty much the same gameplay. It looks like they've updated the Linux game engine or the Wintermute game engine so that I have more graphics options than I had previously, which is nice. But today we'll be back with the regular long dark, and then Sunday morning, with luck, that's when I'll stream Wintermute. So the long dark next, Warframe this evening. I hope everybody has a good day. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all next time.